It's exciting times for infrastructure in the UK market. There are approximately £36 billion worth of projects that the government's recently announced for 2014-15. That programme comprises over 200 projects across rail, road, flood defence work, broadband and waste management works. The commercial property market will obviously be affected by some of these schemes. I mean, the large infrastructure schemes like HS2, Crossrail, Crossrail 2 in London, and the aviation capacity improvements that are going to happen around London and probably are already promoted in Birmingham and Manchester will actually create hubs of mixed-use development opportunities at the termini to these projects, but also around the airport schemes. I think if we had an interconnected transport system for the northern cities, there is potential to create a conurbation that would be a real counterbalance to the London property market and create regional growth in the North and Midlands. If there can be better connected northern cities, then they will provide social inclusion, less travel time to work, a more efficient use of economic resources in those areas, which will all encourage the commercial property market. I think also if HS2 does get parliamentary approval, that will show increasing property values all the way up the line, particularly where there's obviously a stop on the line. Another facet of UK infrastructure investment that is very important is actually where we are based in terms of the world table, if you like, of soliciting infrastructure funds. And it's very important actually for the UK in the world competitiveness environment to be seen to be improving its infrastructure. Of late, Chinese investors have been increasingly putting money into the UK economy, and they perceive the infrastructure in the UK alongside their new shiny infrastructure in China, and we fall short in many ways in that regard. So it's very important in terms of the global flow of money that we are seen to be improving our infrastructure, because it will attract more inward investment into the UK. From an RICS perspective, we've pressed the need for national infrastructure development plans and for Olympic-style delivery partnerships, and in fact an infrastructure commission as well. And all these things will enable infrastructure to develop greater to aid this connectivity, because this connectivity is going to be a long-term project over the next 10 to 15 years. And we're not just talking about physical infrastructure here, I mean we're talking about broadband connectivity as well. This government is actually very keen on digital infrastructure, and we are right behind them on that. I believe that there is a Janet network that's planned for the whole of the UK, which is probably going to increase broadband capacity sixfold over the next 5 to 10 years. Now that's obviously going to be very important in terms of the smart city agenda and using the information that's locked within building information models so that property managers can manage their buildings more efficiently. So I think as we move towards digital built Britain, as the government puts it, we'll see an increase in property values associated with increased broadband connectivity on the major hubs.